Very good evening friends, and in this video we are going to learn about the loops. So here, okay, before learning loops, I want to do this if inside if, like the nested if and else statement. So here what we do that, to better example of this is that if you take three numbers from the user and find which number is bigger, that helps a lot. So I write var a b c as int. So three variables I have declared, these are abc and these are integer type. Now I'll take all these numbers from the user. So I write fmt dot print enter the first number, and in the scan I'll just write fmt dot scan line, or you can say scanf. Instead of scan line, scan ln, I can write scan. Okay, I'll just go by scan only. Scan ln. Scan is similar to, but stops scanning at a new line, but stops scanning at a new line. This is the difference between the scan and scan ln. So I just write scan also. So there you see that I can put the first number at the address of x. This is done. So the first number, enter the first number, FIRST, spelling is wrong, first number, and then it goes at the address of x. Oh, I have declared variable abc, so it should go at the address of a. Then I copy these two and paste two more times, control V, control V. So for second time, here I write enter the second number. Second number, then it goes at the address of B. Ampersand means at the address. It's better you read it like this. So scan at the address of this. So address of B, and there it the scan. This is the scan the third number. Third number, and this goes at the address of C. Now we'll use if else if statement. If a is greater than b, then else. We go inside the else and then we create another if. So again another curly bracket and then write if. So if a is greater than b, when a is greater than b and you are inside the if statement, it means a is true. Then there I have to compare a. If a is greater than c, and then there I write, so see the syntax, if a is greater than b, then the curly bracket, else if a is greater than c, in this condition the greatest number is c. So here we write, let me copy this, control C, and then fmt dot print the greatest of the three is percentage d, format specifier, and there in this condition we will use a. Okay, and then we have the else. So we are at the if part of this, so here at the end of this we have else part of this. So there we write fmt dot print, and there the greatest, here if. So if a is greater than b and again a is greater than c, if that is true, the greatest number is a. If it is false, then the greatest number is obviously c. And here this is the end of this if is there. Now there I write the else part of this. Then again we have another if here, if. So if a greater than b, if that is false, it means b is greater. So right, we compare if b is greater than c, then what do we have? If a greater than b is false, and it means that b is greater, and if b is greater than c is true, it means the greatest of them is b. Else here, else The greatest of them is C. Okay, I think this part we have done. So if you want to discuss the logic, then it goes like this. We have to find this at the place of this it has a dollar sign, ampersand is at, okay, there also it is dollar sign I have typed, it should be ampersand. Okay, then there it says that it has error. What says that expected statement found else. So if this is there, then I put it there. Okay, so if A is true, then if A is true, then we go inside that. If A is greater than C is fine, then this is the else part. There I think this is not required. Then we go at the else part of this. Then if B is greater, then is okay, and then it is else. Okay, this line. So if A is greater than starting A is here, okay, so these yellow things I think they are just warming. Let me run the code and see what we are getting. Enter the first number 34, second number 54, last number 13. So greatest of the three is 54. Yes. So this we are getting here. You see the greatest of the three is percentage 454. Okay, then we write, if you want to change the new line, then make it like this, slash n backward slash. These are escape characters, they are called. Okay, now these yellows are just warning. Warning means, now what is this? Interface error. If I go there, then what will happen? Formatted. So when you're printing the formatted string, it should have like this. Now see, the after if the parenthesis is not required, just write A greater than B, A greater than C. Now I run the code again, save. This is the final run. So here it goes that the run main and go, and then I enter three number 32, 51 and 91. So in this video we are going to learn about the loops, for loop. So here we have for loop syntax goes like this. Suppose I declare one variable for I int, and then I write for I equals 0, then you write semicolon, I less than 10, that is a condition, and then I plus plus, it is increment operator. Then you start curly bracket, and then inside the curly bracket you write whatever you want to write, and that will keep on repeating itself. So I write here fmt dot println I am in a for loop. So it will run 10 times, and I also want to concatenate this so that I can understand that so I write string and then I. So it means I will be read many times. Here what it say that declare but not used, so I write here I0, and then for I0 I less than 10, this is written again and again. So now I run the code, control S, save, and there is a warning where I declare but not used. Okay, so I just remove this I declaration. Is not because we need loop variable, we don't have anything here. And this is says that did you mean to convert a reun to a string? Reun is also integer type of value, and it says that to a string. So I mean to say yes, but I will not use this. I'll use better format specifier, uh, and there I write percentage d, and there it is comma, and here I have, when you write percentage d, sorry, then format specifier, then use this percent printf rather than print ln. So what does it say now? Printf is not declared by the package. Oh, this is error. Here I think small f, printf. Okay, so it's ready. Now I run the code. Go run main.go, and there you see it will run 9 times. I'm in the loop 0, I'm in loop 1, so I write next line also. So after this I write this backspace n, so our job will become easier. Now I run the code again, and there it goes. It will now be, every line will be printed with some single line. Now you see this loop is running starting from 0 I0, and then 1 2 3 4 till 9. So this is how the simple for loop works. There is another variation of the for loop which goes like this. You can write if a, like for a greater than b, so curly bracket, for a less than b if I write, and then inside this will print a value of a, and that is percentage d, and slash n is fine. Here I'll print the value of a. So here they say that we don't have this value a, so I write a is 0, and in the next line I write b is 10. So these are my variables. This n is not needed. Now a is, oh sorry, it's colon and then equals. Okay, so a is 0 and b is 10. For a 0 less than 2, and then we have to keep on this, and then I have to keep on incrementing the value of a, otherwise condition will always remain true and go in infinite loop. So now here I go into the code, run run main. Now it say again is doing the same thing. Value of this is starting from value of a. Value of a is running. So this is called the postfix operator. So this value, when it is printing at this condition, see initially what is a is 0, and then b is 10. So a less than 10 means 0 less than 10 true. So the value of a is 0, so it prints 0. Then a becomes 1 because postfix increment operator means a plus plus means a is increased by 1, and then again it goes, then condition becomes 1 less than 10 true, and then it printed again, and then incremented again. So this is how it's working.